Hey everybody, welcome to the bullshit party. And in this one we're gonna be reviewing the... Okay, this is getting old. Let me just first buy the Tailgater S, which is the vehicle that we're gonna be reviewing in this one. And in case you think it looks familiar, well, we're gonna talk about its real-world inspiration in just a bit, as soon as it gets delivered. And in case you're new to the channel, in this series I tell you if a certain vehicle is worth it or not, depending on if I think it is. And I give you a lot of information about it, and we have a lot of fun along the way, at least I do. And with that, let's do a quick transition and look at the Tailgater S, starting with the 360 around it. And straight up, if you think this vehicle looks familiar, that's because you're probably a fan of German cars. The Tailgater S took its main inspiration from the Audi S3. And if I can say so myself, it looks very much like it. Even the emblem looks very similar. All in all, a very solid looking vehicle that, by the way, has 4 doors, which means you can sit 4 people in it. That's not very typical of this DLC's vehicles so far. Anyhow, in terms of interactivity, you can open all 4 doors, the hood and the trunk. And speaking of the hood or things underneath it, you can see that the engine already comes with a brace. All in all, I gotta say the exterior of this one is fantastic. Some French viewers might even say je m'appelle. And if you have no idea what I just said, that means that you don't speak French. At least my version of it. And with the exterior done, let's take a look at the interior and hear how the car sounds. And firstly, looking at the interior, it looks very Germany. Very ergonomic and very appropriate. And the sound the vehicle makes, although not the best in the game, it's not bad. And with that, let's go to our scientific test to see what type of drivetrain it has, and it should come to no surprise that we're dealing with a rear-wheel drive vehicle since its primary focus is drifting, hence the DLC. And with that, we're off to Los Santos Customs to see what we can customize on this one, and on our way there I'm gonna be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of this. And first off, let me say that for a sedan, it feels great. Just like the Audi S3 that it's based on, it feels very compact and nimble. But if you would compare it to other sports cars, for example, it just falls apart. And yes, I know it's the wrong category, I'm just saying. In terms of acceleration, there's something very weird happening with this car that I can't really explain. It's almost as if when you press the gas pedal, the car doesn't want to go at first. It just takes a while to get going, you know? But after that, near the top end of the RPMs, everything is smooth. Except for when you crash into something. The brakes, although not great, are decent and the handling is okay. And still keep in mind that I'm talking about the stock version of the vehicle. Things might change when we upgrade everything in Los Santos Customs, but there's only one way to find that out. No, not that. No, not that either. That's right, we're gonna be upgrading it. And here we are, finally, at Los Santos Customs, and if you've seen my videos before, you know that I like to upgrade all the performance options up front. This way I don't forget anything at the end, and it also allows me to skim over all the customization options and see what I'm in for. And this isn't my first vehicle from the DLC, so I have really high expectations. The other 2 that I've reviewed so far have been so good. Or in French, je m'appelle. What? Anyhow, back to the customization of this one, let's start with the front bumper. And you'll see you'll have a lot of different choices and a lot of different options. And also you can choose between carbon and the primary color. All in all, as I've said before, I'm still very happy with the customization level of all the vehicles so far that I've seen from this DLC. And I apologize in advance if I sound a little bit off, but this is my 5th video of the day. That's right, the bullshit party knows how to crank 'em. That didn't come out right. But you know what I mean. And the next option we're gonna go through is the engine and all the things you can change about it. And as I've said in my other videos, I appreciate Rockstar giving us the option to change something of the exterior or interior of the vehicle, but when it comes to the engine, I don't see the point in it, since it has a hood over it. Nobody's able to see it. Like, what's the point? Somebody tell me in the comment section, am I missing something? Was that I'm missing a comment that I'm usually putting in my videos? There you go. Are you happy? Anyhow, moving on, I believe this is the first time I've seen an intercooler option in GTA Online, and I gotta say, it's kinda cool. And as I've said in my other reviews of the new vehicles from this DLC, it's really cool and refreshing to see this level of customization in Los Santos Customs, even though we're still paying Benny prices. And in case you weren't paying attention and are just wondering, so far none of the customization options have any impact on the performance, aka the traction bar. As a matter of fact, just like every other vehicle, the only thing that impacts the traction bar is the spoiler. Rather, if you have one or not, it doesn't really matter which spoiler you go with. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, we're currently customizing the fenders and I really don't like those. As for the hood, this seems to be a pretty standard assortment of the hood latches for this DLC. As for the hood designs themselves, they are unique to this vehicle, and I gotta say, I like most of them. Except the colorful sticker bomb ones. Those suck. But as you can see, there's something here for everybody. Even you that don't have taste. Yep, I'm talking about you, Timmy. As for me, I prefer things a little cleaner, so we're gonna go with the primary color vented hood. And moving on to the next customization option, we have the interior, which is probably the most pointless thing you can customize in the entire vehicle. And as I've said before, I really don't see the point in this unless you're playing in first person, but let's be honest, who plays in first person? Cricket, 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 cricket. Yeah, that's right, nobody plays in first person. Oh no, stop the presses, I can change the wheel? That's so awesome. Not. But I guess I'm just looking at this glass half empty. It's better to have more customization options that are just useless and stupid as opposed to not enough. And speaking of stupid customization options, we have Leveries. And I believe all of the Leveries are exclusive to this vehicle. And if you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm not a big fan of Leveries, but I gotta say, this one I really like, the black and red one. So call me a hypocrite, but I bought it. Anyway, next up we have the mirrors. And let's go with a cool carbon mirror. And next up we have the mudguards, which we don't need since this isn't an off-road vehicle. Or a tractor. Anyway, this is one of the most interesting parts of the customization of this vehicle. You can remove the license plate on the front, which I think is a really cool touch. And as for the other one, we can just make it yellow and black. There we go. And with that done, next up we have the roof options, and oh gosh, there are so many stupid ones here. But as I said a little bit ago, better to have more and be stupid than not enough, I think. Anyway, if this is what you're into, you can change the roof. Or the roof accessories. Ugh, whatever. What do we have next? Oh, that's right, it's the skirts option. And here we have a lot of different customization options, but I gotta say, most of them look the same. And more so than on other vehicles. But even though they are really similar, I'm sure you'll like something here. And oh great, they cost 22,000 each. That's perfect. And as for the spoiler, also known as the only visual customization that has any impact on the performance of the vehicle, just like with every other car, as I said in the beginning, it doesn't matter which spoiler option you go with as long as you choose one. And you'll get a boost on the traction bar. That's great. And now is probably a good time to cyberbeg for likes and subscribers. So if you're new to the channel or you're not subscribed, please like the video and subscribe to the channel because I don't know, YouTube asked me to or something. Oh, and don't forget to click the bell icon, cause everybody's saying that. And please click the bell. And the last real customization option we're gonna go through before changing the color of the vehicle is the trunk. And golly, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. I like the wheels, so we're gonna keep them, even though they're BMW wheels from what I see. And really the last thing we're gonna change is the tint on the windows. We're just gonna smoke it a little bit. And with that, let's change the color of the vehicle. And even though I kinda like it the way it is, I want the vehicle to say, hey, this is me, this is Bullsheep. No, I'm not gonna make it pink, very funny. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make it matte orange, because I think this looks sick. As for the secondary color, we're gonna make it... I don't see any difference. Is anything changing? No? Okay, as for the trim color, we're gonna make it match the livery. I can't believe I chose the livery for this one. So we're gonna make it red. And finally, because I want my speedometer to be gold... No, I'm just kidding. I don't understand this. We're actually done. And here we are, finally outside for the third time today. Don't ask. with a fully upgraded and customized Tailgater S. And we saw how we customized the vehicle, but how is the performance impacted after upgrading everything? And I'm actually very happy to say that it makes a huge difference upgrading this one. I'm gonna start off with the good things. The top speed has definitely improved. The handling, improved. Braking, improved. The only thing that I still feel weird about is the acceleration. And even though it's improved near the top end, it's still sluggish when you're just starting to accelerate. So, for those of you who are looking to get this vehicle to just free roam, I don't know about that. I mean, it's not a bad vehicle, it's just that the weird acceleration is, well, weird. Other than that, if you like what you saw in the video, by all means, go get it. It's definitely a fun one. But the acceleration though, oof. And I can't wait to see all the comments telling me that I'm an idiot for saying it has sluggish acceleration. But, such is life. And with that, we're gonna be ending the video. Thanks so much to everybody that watched. Hopefully, you liked what you saw. If that's the case, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And, with all that said and done, I'll catch you all in the next one. Vroom, vroom.